Welcome to the Everyday English podcast. Have you ever woken up tired, even after a full night of sleep? You open your eyes and you already feel exhausted. No hard work, no big problems, nothing extreme, and still you're tired. Why? Why does this happen to so many of us? Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome back. This is a podcast about everyday life, about simple thoughts, about things we all feel but rarely say out loud. No loud voices, no fake motivation. No, wake up at 5 a.m. and change your life. Just real life. Today, we're talking about tiredness. Not the kind you fix with sleep, but the kind that stays, even when you rest. So take a breath. Get comfortable. Let's begin. When we say, "I'm tired," what do we really mean? Sometimes, yes, the body is tired, but very often, the body is fine. It's the mind. Thinking all day, deciding all day, worrying all day. Even choosing what to eat feels like work now. Our brain was never meant to make thousands of small decisions every day. And yet, here we are, thinking, again and again. Let's be honest, the first thing we touch in the morning is not water. It's the phone. And the last thing at night? The same phone. Messages, news, videos, other people's lives. Your brain never rests. Never. Silence feels strange now, almost uncomfortable. So we fill it. Not because we want to, but because we don't know how to stop. And slowly, that constant noise turns into tiredness. Overthinking feels productive, like you're working on the problem, but you're not. You're just replaying it. Conversations, moments, things you should have said, things that don't matter anymore. Your brain prepares for problems that may never happen, and preparation costs energy. By the end of the day, you're tired. Not from doing too much, but from thinking too much. Now, let's talk about something deeper, emotional tiredness. Smiling when you don't feel okay. Listening when you need silence. Saying, "I'm fine," when you're not. This kind of tiredness is heavy. No one sees it, but you feel it. It comes from holding things inside, from being strong for too long. And one day, you wake up tired without knowing why. You sleep, you rest, you take time off, but the tiredness stays. Why? Because rest helps the body, but honesty helps the mind. If nothing changes inside, nothing really changes. Sometimes rest means doing less, expecting less, being kinder to yourself, not fixing everything, just breathing. You don't need a new life. You need small pauses. 5 minutes of silence, a slow walk, less screen before sleep. Not productivity, presence. Energy doesn't come from motivation, it comes from balance, and balance is quiet.
Have you ever felt heavy without knowing why? Not sad, not angry, just heavy. You wake up, the day starts, everything looks normal, but inside something feels off. This kind of tiredness is confusing because you can't explain it. People ask, "What's wrong?" and you don't know what to say because nothing is wrong, and that makes it worse. We live in a world where you always need a reason to rest, a reason to stop, a reason to feel bad. But sometimes the reason is simple. You've been carrying too much for too long. Expectations, pressure, noise, other people's emotions. And no one teaches us how to put things down. We only learn how to keep going. So we keep going, even when we're empty. We tell ourselves, it's not that bad. Others have it worse. I should be grateful. And maybe that's true. But pain doesn't disappear just because someone else hurts more. Your brain keeps a list of unfinished thoughts, of unspoken words, of moments you didn't process. And one day, that list becomes heavy. Not dramatic, not loud, just heavy. And you feel tired before the day even begins. You know what makes it harder? We don't slow down anymore. The moment we feel uncomfortable, we distract ourselves. Phone, music, work, anything. Anything but silence. Because silence brings questions, and questions bring truth. And truth is sometimes painful. So we stay busy. Busy looks productive, busy looks strong. But busy is often just running away, politely. And your body knows it. That's why your shoulders feel tight. That's why your breathing is shallow. That's why rest doesn't help. Because the body is tired of carrying what the mind avoids. Sometimes tiredness is not a signal to sleep more. It's a signal to listen. To stop asking, what should I do next? And start asking, what am I ignoring? And that question takes courage. Let's say something important. Slowing down is not failure, but the world tells us it is. If you rest, you're lazy. If you stop, you're weak. If you say, I can't today, you're falling behind. Behind who exactly? Everyone is tired, everyone is rushing. Everyone is pretending, but no one talks about it. So we think it's just us. It's not. Slowing down feels uncomfortable because we're not used to it. When things get quiet, thoughts get louder. And that scares people. But here's the truth. You don't find yourself in noise. You find yourself in pauses, in moments when nothing happens. In walks without headphones, in mornings without screens, not to improve, not to fix, just to exist. Without performing. You don't need to change your whole life. You don't need a plan. You need permission. Permission to be tired without explaining it. Permission to rest without earning it. Permission to feel lost without panicking. Life is not a race you're losing. It's a rhythm you forgot how to hear. And rhythm returns when you slow down. Maybe today you won't do everything. Maybe you'll cancel something. Maybe you'll say no. Maybe you'll sit quietly and feel uncomfortable. That's not weakness. That's awareness. And awareness is the beginning of real energy. Not loud energy, not forced motivation, quiet energy, the kind that stays. So if you're listening to this and feeling tired, you don't need to push, you don't need to prove anything. You're allowed to pause, you're allowed to breathe, you're allowed to exist without doing more. And sometimes, that's enough. You know, there is something no one really teaches us. We are always waiting, waiting for a big moment, waiting for a big success, waiting for life to finally start. But what if this is life already? Not the movie version, not the dramatic music, not the perfect timing. Just today. Think about your day, not the highlights, not the Instagram moments. I mean the small things, the way you woke up, the first sound you heard, the first thought that came into your mind. Most people don't even notice these moments, but these moments, they build everything. We often say, I will be happy when I earn more, when I move away, when I become better, when someone loves me the way I want. And suddenly, years pass. This is not a sad story. This is a wake-up call. Ordinary days are not empty. They are quiet. And quiet things are powerful. Your habits, your thoughts when no one is watching, your choices when it doesn't really matter. These are the moments that decide your future. Let me ask you something. Who are you when you are alone? Not online, not performing, not explaining yourself, just you. And silence. That version of you, that's the real one. And if you learn to respect that person, life becomes lighter. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to impress everyone. You only need to be honest with yourself. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel lost. Both are normal. Both are human. Success doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes quietly. When you choose discipline over comfort, when you choose patience over anger, when you choose yourself again and again, and no one claps, that's okay. One day you will look back and you will realize these ordinary days, they were shaping you, preparing you, saving you. You just didn't know it yet. So if today feels simple or boring or slow, don't escape it. Live it. Because life doesn't start tomorrow. It's happening right now. So if you feel tired lately, you're not weak. You're human, living in a fast world with a sensitive mind. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time.